the radicals are taking over our cities. And I just wanted to highlight some folks that are now beginning to push back. I don't know how successful these initiatives are becoming, but I did want to tell you guys because it's frustrating sometimes to not see people doing something in response. But there's a couple veterans that are doing something in response.
This is not a drill. This is a military occupation on American soil using the American military. Putting our National Guard, activating our National Guard in 19 more states after already having 2,000 troops on the ground in D.C. This is a military occupation and we cannot stand for it. The time for words has came and gone. It is now the time for actions. As a veteran to this country, as an Army veteran, I took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, and I will use my rights under that Constitution to speak out against this military occupation. I am looking for other veterans to join me. Here's the only details I'm going to give you. This is not going to be a one-day action. This is going to be a sustained action. So I need you, if you want to join us, to clear your schedules. Number two, this action is going to be happening very, very soon. I'm not giving you any more information. Either you're in or you're out. If you're in and you're watching this on Instagram, I want you to comment, count me in, and I will DM you a link to register.
In case you guys don't know, that's Jolly Good Ginger. He's a popular social media guy and also a veteran of the United States, I believe, Army. But he has been talking. He's been detailing things that go on in our country and our world. And now he had this call to action for fellow veterans to come meet him or at least sign up for this call to action, which he was being very secretive about. I mean, you have to get the views up and get people to wonder what the hell's going on. So once what's going on began, another popular online social media guy was talking about it from the site where they met up in Washington, D.C.
We have some big news right now. Veterans at Union Station are about to start a massive sit-in. Essentially, they're not leaving Union Station until the military occupation, in their words, in Washington, D.C. ends. Right now, there are about 10 veterans, but this number is expected to grow, according to organizers, to the hundreds. They're going to be marching across the city right now, and that's only going to get bigger and bigger throughout the day and throughout the week. So United States veterans are actively protesting what's happening in Washington, D.C., the National Guard takeover of Washington, D.C. There are some guardsmen actually right behind me over there. National Guard is now carrying weapons in Washington, D.C., and clearly veterans are saying, no, we're in front of Union Station. These veterans are about to start a major sit-in, and they're saying they're not leaving until, well, the National Guard leaves as well. So this could be a several month sit-in.
It could get a little bit more confrontational. Again, so first of all, I'm not in Washington, D.C. I don't know how that's gone. I believe it began a day or two ago. I don't know how many people he's compiled there. I'm not sure how many veterans have showed up yet. I'm not sure how many folks have signed up yet. I'm not sure if it's going to increase next week or if it's going to fizzle out. Who knows, right? So this isn't like a let's go Jolly Ginger, wasn't it? Jolly Good Ginger rally cry. This is someone trying to do something. We'll see if it materializes. But the good thing about this is they would have to continue to, in their faces, disrespect our veterans that they say they care so much about. This is why they need to be in DC.
I'm under arrest.
Yes, sir. Dude, bring that arm back. Stop resisting. Stop resisting, sir.
What is he under arrest for? What?
Sir, do me a favor.
Next, you better back up.
Please, don't come over here.
You're gonna be next.
I'm standing right here.
You're on the street. I need you on the sidewalk.
Are you serious? No, I'm not spitting at all. I'm down. After the trials are held, you will all be in jail.
Sir, you were ordered to get on the sidewalk. You're still on the street. If you do not get on the sidewalk, then
serious? Is anyone filming
Am I on the sidewalk?
So that normal, regular DC resident was filming these law enforcement officers who've been federalized by Donald Trump's Gestapo, and then made sure that they're asked them questions. What is they're doing here? What their reasons are for detaining and harassing and terrorizing the city, and that results in your arrest. I don't know, man. This is I don't know how many people think this way, but it's good that guys that look like that citizen are getting in the streets more. This is what happened also in 2020 when folks took the streets all over the place. You saw more than just the normally oppressed people of this country taking to the streets because many of these oppressive regimes, they figure, yo, if we see brown folks in the streets, black folks in the streets, anybody else that we've traditionally oppressed in this country, the majority of society will look at them and go, look at them again, complaining about what's going on. Can't believe it. But if you see people that look more like the majority of the people that they tend to think support them, it doesn't look so good when you just arrest a bearded, hipster looking guy in the middle of DC for standing in front of you. And he'll say the things that other folks won't say. Man, when the trials come, they're going to get you, all that stuff that you may see out of a movie. I'm glad he's doing it. I'm glad he's doing it. It may even seem a little corny, but I'm glad he's doing it. And it sucks because he had to go through they say he spent 48 hours in jail in DC. And this is what he said upon his release.
So, this buildup of Trump's personal army in this city has nothing to do with crime. The people that I was in there with are not criminals. They were some of the kindest, funniest, nicest people who lifted me up at my lowest points because I had a hell of a time in there. I do not want to hear one more politician, one more news pundit say that we are edging towards tyranny or that we are on the verge of fascism. Fascism and tyranny are here. In all of their terrifying forms. It is up to us to surround it and destroy it.
It's the kind of approach that I think will appeal to other folks who generally like to sit on their hands and go, it might get bad one day, when it's been bad for decades, for generations, for many of us that have lived here. We've seen our ancestors go through the oppression. We've seen them go through the lack of any law, any due process for just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, being stopped and frisked, being shot in your cars and in your homes and walking down the street and being in the wrong neighborhood when asked, what are you doing here? Being killed by other citizens that then get backed by law enforcement that say he must have been doing something wrong. I mean, he's black. I mean, he is an immigrant. I mean, he is brown. Those excuses tend to go away when you see guys like this then having to come out and say, my rights are being taken away. If that guy did come off kind of corny, I understand that. But the problem is whose side would you rather be on? The guy who came out talking about how fascism is actually here and he doesn't want to hear any more politicians or journalists talk about how it's on the horizon? Or would you rather be on the side of the guy who looks and sounds like this Weasley sumbitch here?
President Trump has literally set the people of Washington, D.C. free. They're so happy now that they can just go out and live their lives, go to their favorite restaurant, go to their favorite bar, go to their favorite pool hall, go to their favorite park. You see moms taking kids out to parks they haven't been to in years because they know the police are there. They know that President Trump is there with his law enforcement to protect them. It's a thing of beauty, Sean. But I would say to the mayor of all these Democrat cities, like Chicago, what you are doing to your own citizens is evil. Subjecting your own citizens to this constant bloodbath and then rejoicing in it is evil. And you should praise God every single day that President Trump is in the White House.
Nobody wants to be on that guy's side. As he whines and complains and says, how dare you black leaders of these cities put your citizens through this? What are you putting your citizens through? It's a constant change of direction. It's a misdirection of your attention. It's supposed to be on the traditional people that they've always deemed the worst of us, who they've always targeted because that's an easy way out. It's an easy oppression. I mean, look, he's black. He must be the criminal. Did that guy who came out angry look like the criminal to the folks who tend to think that way?